practical prepper techer. Your hybrid backup solution.
Today we're going to discuss the concept for the hybrid home backup strategy, the hybrid bridge, why your home power backup doesn't need solar, at least not yet. Power outages are becoming more frequent, but the traditional solutions, either a loud, high maintenance gas generator or a massive, expensive battery bank, both have major flaws. I'm John, and on this channel, we're looking at a third way. I call it the hybrid bridge backup strategy. It's the balance of high output tri-fuel power and the precision of a large-scale battery power station. Today, we're going to discuss the concept for the setup for the process used to support this strategy, which will lead into the next video, which will take the hybrid backup strategy from concept into practice.
Most people rely on gasoline generators, but gas goes bad and carburetors clogged. Others try to go 100% battery, but unless you spend $30,000, you'll run out of juice during a multi-day storm. My concept solves both. We're using the best of both worlds to keep a modern home running indefinitely without the prepper overhead. Most people think they need a 100-gallon gasoline tank at home or a 100-pound propane tank to run their house during a power outage. In this video and upcoming videos, I'm going to show the concept for using a 1/2-inch natural gas line, a 200-volt inverter generator, a large power station, and an interlock kit, which can be used to keep your home humming during a power outage. Historical analysis to emphasize the problem with using solar for battery backup charging in Southwest Michigan. The analysis dives into the root difficulties with relying on solar power for backup battery strategy in Southwest Michigan between November 1 and March 31st. During this time frame, Southwest Michigan is one of the cloudiest regions in the U.S. due to lake effect cloud cover from Lake Michigan. On average, you can expect only 40 to 45 days of productive solar charging across that 151-day window on an average year. If you are curious as to the results of the solar analysis for Southwest Michigan during the winter months, you can retrieve the analysis in the link below in the description. Given these numbers during the power outage in January in Southwest Michigan, you need a reliable fallback plan like a tri-fuel inverter generator running on natural gas to fuel the EcoFlow batteries. Or you need to invest in a massive solar array greater than 3,000 watts just to maintain a basic charge during a typical Southwest Michigan January.
To just take pictures today. I could not take any videos. The wind was terrible and it was raining. So let's get started here. Next, we're going to walk the hybrid setup and start with the first pillar, which is the fuel. What drives the system? And the fuel is a dedicated 1/2-inch natural gas line with quick connect fittings. This ensures the tri-fuel inverter, which feeds the power station, never suffers from the fuel starvation or voltage sags common with the 3/8-inch hoses or isolated natural gas plumbing. Also, remember, when the power goes down, so do the gas pumps at the local stations. Same for propane. And as you know, in Michigan, if power goes out during the winter, sunny days are few and far between, and cell output drops drastically and is supplemented from another fuel source, likely a generator. But natural gas keeps running and charging the power station until not required.
The second pillar in this process is the engine. The engine is a 8 to 10,000 watt tri-fuel inverter generator, which will drive the hybrid process. It discharges 240 volt split phase power and provides the heavy lifting between 6,000 and 7,000 running watts at 80% load for natural gas for recharging the power station. However, today, due to my large inverter generator being serviced, and we are just discussing proof of concept during part 2 of this video, we will just demonstrate the move from concept to practice for the hybrid home backup strategy. We are going to use my smaller inverter generator for demonstration purposes. This generator discharges 120 volts single phase power at about 16 to 1800 running watts for recharging the power station. For the third pillar for our hybrid solution, we're using a power station, the EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra, which can receive up to 240 volts split phase, 7200 running watts from a 240 volt source, the inverter generator, and discharge up to 240 volts, 7200 watts at the same time to the Home Connect circuit breaker panel via the interlock setup. The fourth pillar for our hybrid solution is the end result of the process, the output from the power station. This process is managed by the power station, which discharges up to 7200 watts to the home circuit breaker panel via 30 amp heavy duty cord, which is plugged into a 30 amp interlock kit. This setup powers our home necessary requirements during a power outage. No extension cords running through the windows connected to a noisy generator, just a safe connection to the home's load center.
Yeah, Walker, Michigan. Let's go! No sun in the white sky, no way. Flipping the script, make my own day. Tap the NG line, full pressure. Clean sine wave is the measure. Pushing the watts to the battery. Power my whole damn galaxy. Flip the interlock switch, feel the surge. Engage all pillars, let the systems merge. Main conduit glowing, green lights burning. Engineering triumph, tables turning. We built this kingdom on a concrete slab. Best winner defense a tech head can have. From concept to practice, the circuit is live. From concept to practice, the circuit is live. Yeah!
Summary: please picture a night of freezing rain and you experience a power outage. What do? Please follow along with the thumbnail on your screen and we will add all this up and provide an excellent method, the hybrid home backup power concept, to mitigate the effects of a power outage on your home and family. There are 4 pillars for the hybrid home backup concept. Number 1 is natural gas, which is a fuel which feeds number 2, the large scale split phase inverter generator, which sends up to 7,200 watts to number 3, the power station, which outputs up to 7,200 watts to number 4, the 30 amp interlock connection kit circuit board, which in turn will run the furnace, the refrigerator, sump pump, well pump, AC if you have soft start, and tech equipment, and all the other essentials during the nighttime of the power outage. This all occurs without a generator motor running while you and the neighbors are sleeping, without worry and power interruption. By receiving 240 volts split phase from the inverter generator, the power station can be topped off of 1 to 2 hours in the AM versus 5 to 6 hours by a lower wattage inverter generator. As mentioned earlier, in Southwest Michigan and most northern locations, solar is an iffy proposition from November to March, which requires adding a large expensive solar array and still use a generator as a backup when solar is lacking. I have a few nuggets I want to leave you with. Eliminating the idle tax. An 8 to 10,000 watt generator uses almost the same amount of fuel to power a 10 watt light bulb as it does to power a 1,000 watt fridge. This is the idle tax. The bulk charge strategy is by using a tri-fuel inverter generator using natural gas to push 6 to 7,000 watts into your power station for 2 hours at 240 volts. You are getting the most work out of every cubic foot of natural gas and sending non-interrupted power to your house. Silent security. Once the battery is topped off from its night's work, you get 22 hours of silence. The home keeps humming along without power interruptions, but your fuel meter stops spinning and you do not have to hope for sun and search for gasoline stations. I'm John, and this is the Practical Prepper Techer channel. Looking forward to seeing each and one of you for our next video, where we move from concept stage for the hybrid home backup strategy into the real world practice by performing some rigorous testing on our house, as well as additional tech solutions, and share the results. If you're interested in receiving more detailed information on the hybrid strategy, please contact me via email by my email address, and please hit subscribe and a thumbs up. I also added links to the descriptions in the description for extensive notes on the data benchmarks we tested and analyzed for this video, and plan to test for future videos. The subjects linked are as follows: technical media kit, load comparison spreadsheets, and fuel consumption data. Take care and good day. Thank you very much.